In December 1916, the Reverend Dr. W. Edward Williams, the seventh pastor of Faith Presbyterian Church since its founding in 1895, delivered an address to the Ministers' Association of York, which would later be printed in its entirety in the York Gazette. He began by first asking his colleagues seated there before him this probing question: what is the problem with the colored people? In a bold and straightforward way, unheard of for such a time and place, he asserted that while the oppressive tactics of the South were far worse, those of the North, specifically in York County, were anything but non-existent, and certainly no less discriminatory. In part, he contended,
"It is almost impossible for a colored man, no matter how intelligent, wealthy, or moral, or what not he may be, to rent or purchase a home on a good street and in a respectable neighborhood. He is not denied because he is immoral, dishonest, unruly, unclean, or materially unable to meet the demands, but solely, simply, and only because he is a colored man. So he must herd in the alleys, live in a poor neighborhood, less convenient, less sanitary than he would choose. There is no restaurant, hotel, or boarding house in this city operated by white people where a colored person can eat a meal, not even a shoe shining parlor where he can have his shoes cleaned, be he ever so financially able or respectable. He is a colored man, and that alone bars him out. Would he be a mason, mechanic, a clerk, or a salesman, he is colored, and though ever so proficient, he cannot be employed. What store would employ his daughter, save to cook, sweep, or scrub? What business firm or house would open its doors to his son, though he graduated at the head of his class of a college where he was the only colored student, as more than one has done? Do these colored youths graduate of our own high schools and of the best colleges of the land want the advantages even of our so-called Christian institutions, such as our YM and YWCAs? Though they are Christians, they are denied. They may be in the same Christ with the white people, but they must not be in the same Christian institution. They are colored, and to be colored outweighs all progress, all attainments, all other possessions. You say the colored people must provide all these things for themselves. Is it right? Is it fair? Would such a demand be made of any other race variety? Do you say to the German, Irish, Greek, or any other, you can be entertained, employed by, and live on the same street with only those of your own race or class? The two greatest enemies to the progress of the colored people of America are the white press and the white ministry. The white press, because it seeks out and publishes in flaring headlines all the evil it can find of the race and makes no note of all the things which speak for the character and progress of the race. The white ministry, because it is silent on lynching, disenfranchisement, segregation, and all other social evils, where if they would speak out as their Bible teaches and their Christianity declares on the race question, they could do more than any other agency in the world to really better the condition of the colored people and honor the Christ.
My sins away.